Welcome, everybody, to Seattle. A cloudy night, but it doesn't stop us here in this great city. We used the roof, close it up, and we're ready for action as the folks are coming in on a great night to watch baseball. A good team in town, the Texas Rangers. This is Mariner Baseball. Dave Sims along with Mike Blowers and the Root Sports crew. Glad you're with us. Game 2 of a 4-game set, and the Mariners trying to stop the bleeding. They've lost 6 in a row and 10 of the last 14. Texas, meanwhile, has won 8 straight games, and they're 11 games over 500. First pitch here to Ian Kinsler is taken for a ball. Bill Miller, the home plate umpire. Gary Cederstrom at first. Adrian Johnson at second, and fielding Culbreth at third base. 1-1 they count to Ian Kinsler, hitting .250. 13 homers, 34 runs batted in. 1 for 5 last night. Doug Fister, as you know, a quick worker. If there's anybody that I know that's due for a run of good luck, it's Doug Fister. A line foul right by third base coach Dave Anderson.
I agree. In the open, we were talking about it, Doug, the lowest run support. It's been difficult for him to get some wins, but he's pitched well. Again, his ERA just at a 3.09. So I think he's exceeded everybody's expectations, and just like the rest of the guys in the rotation, he has worked deep into games to save the bullpen.
Looking for his first win since May 30th here against Baltimore. He went 7 1/3 and a 4-3 victory. 2-2 to Kinsler. Doug's other wins this year against Detroit. He won that one big, 13-3. Only had to go 6 1/3 there. That was back in April 19th. And at Boston, great game, 5 2/3. A 2-0 decision over the then cold Red Sox. That one yanked down the line. A lot of trouble off the fence. Kinsler digging for 2, and he'll get there standing with a leadoff double. So Ian Kinsler really puts a hurt on that one. His 23rd double. Take a look at the rest of the batting order, Mike.
And for around Washington in tonight's game, saw Kinsler with the double to lead things off. Hitting second, it'll be Andrews, then Hamilton back healthy. 12 home runs, 50 RBIs on the year for him. Beltre, 19 home runs. Michael Young, Nelson Cruz leading the club with 21. Then it's Moreland, Torrealba, and former Mariner Andy Chavez hits 9th. Numbers for Fister, we already mentioned his ERA, 125 1/3 innings for him already this year, 79 strikeouts.
It's to the right side, backhanded by Ackley. And he throws out Andrus, who comes up with a productive out here. And they move Kinsler to third with 1 out.
Rest of the defense, Figueroa in left field. Gutierrez out in center. Ichiro in right, and on the infield, Kyle Seager had last night off, back in the lineup tonight at third. Ryan and Ackley up the middle. Adam Kennedy getting the start at first base, and Miguel Olivo will do the catching tonight. There you go. You see the run support, 2.15 run support for him.
Dangerous hitter here in Josh Hamilton. Homered on a 2-2 pitch first inning last night against Jason Vargas. MVP a year ago, just played the All-Star game. They closed the roof up here this afternoon during batting practice. Right before Eric Wedge spoke, he spoke to the media about 4:45, so about 4:50, 4:55 they closed it up. 2-1. About that.
What do you think about Eric's comments?
But he's on the money, and he said a lot of that. He repeated what he had spoken to the mass media get-together beforehand. Then he came out and basically repeated it to Jen, and I thought he was on the money. I like one thing. He says there are a lot of positives here in this club. Hitting ain't one of them.
Being honest, there's no getting around it. The numbers don't lie at this point in the season. You know, I found it interesting as this ball's hit deep out into left center field.
Here's Goody cruising over, and Kinsler will score easily. 1-0 Texas. RBI for Hamilton is 51st.
But he seemed a little bit, I don't know. He was more stern with his message, I thought, than he has been in the past.
Well, can you blame him? Game number 93. And what? Your opinion, probably is on par with him on what he saw last night on the offensive approach.
Well, I think that's the thing that he has consistently talked about, and just making some adjustments and doing some different things. Because I like when he says this, because if it's not working and you continue to do the same thing, it's not going to change the outcome of what's going on. And he's absolutely right. So the guys, and you know they're working hard. That's a good cutter from Doug right there at 87 miles an hour on the outside corner. But you have to change some things from time to time. You're a veteran guy. I mean, you see guys all the time. They evolve with different stances, and their approaches change depending on what the pitchers are doing.
You played with Mattingly. We saw Cal Ripken change his stance a couple, 3 times in an at bat.
But it's doing something to try to make things happen, because so far this year it hasn't. It's been a struggle for the guys.
Last in too many major offensive categories, and that's in the major leagues. 1-2 to Beltran. Down to Seager in his Safeco Field debut, and he boots the first one hit to it. 8-5 on Seager in his first chance here at Safeco Field, which, by the way, is celebrating its 12th birthday tonight. Take a look at their Coors Light freeze can.
See Kyle down at third base and side saddles it. You'd like for him to get more in front of it. He had time to, and it comes right up. You can see it go off the heel of his glove. If he's in front of that, that'll hit him in the stomach or the chest, and he still has an opportunity to make the play.
You do not want to give this team extra outs. Here's Michael Young, Texas Rangers, number 2 team in batting average behind the Boston Red Sox in the American League. One to Michael Young. 2 for 4 last night with a run batted in. Double and a single. Offensively having a fabulous year.
They're talking about the offense. What about the pitching? The pitching was great in the first half, but they're going to get tested coming right out of the break. And you have this lineup for 4 days, and then they go into Toronto, into Boston, into New York. All those teams do damage, and they do big damage. So the pitching staff, they have their work cut out for them too here in the first couple of weeks.
Don't forget, that's a foul ball. And then when we come back, you got Tampa Bay. They can swing the bat as well. This will be their second trip here to Seattle. Mariners took 3 out of 4 against Tampa Bay back in May. Two and 2 here to Michael Young. Bouncing ball to Ryan. He'll go short way to Ackley, and that'll do it for the Rangers. They pick up a run, a double by Kinsler, a sac fly by Hamilton. 1-0 Rangers with the Mariners coming to bat. Things started for the Mariners, who trail 1-0 as we go to the home first. Let's take a look at the rest of the Mariner batting order for tonight.
Leading things off, it's Ichiro, then it's Ryan Ackley hitting third, Olivo in the cleanup spot. Kennedy Cust, the DH, will hit sixth. Gutierrez, Kyle Seager, as we mentioned, back in the lineup hitting eighth, and Carlos Peguero will hit ninth. Numbers for Colby Lewis this year: ERA at a 4.38. Innings pitched 113 for him, 96 strikeouts, just 33 walks. Opponent's average 247, but he's given up 23 home runs this year. Hamilton in the left, Indy Chavez out in center field, Nelson Cruz in right. You have Beltre at third, Andrews and Kinsler up the middle. Mitch Moreland will be the first baseman tonight, and the veteran Torrealba will do the catching. Lewis's last start struggled in it, giving up 5 runs for Mern.
Fly ball, left side. No room for Hamilton. Strike one for Ichiro. Ichiro last night, one of many that had an offer hung on him by Derek Holland. Complete game 5 hitter, shutout. A perfect game during the first 15 men that he faced. Of course, broken up by a walk by Gutierrez and a base hit by Figgins. 1-2 to Ichiro. 390 hitter against Colby Lewis. 16 for 41. Down year for Ichiro, but he's still at 267. Leads the ball club in hitting. Leads in at-bats, runs, hits, total bases, stolen bases, and intentional walks. Another foul. The itchy meter sitting at 101. Right field to Cruz. Man out there, coverage ground. Easy play for him. 1 down. Oh, we just got some bad news during the top half of this inning. Tim Heavley, PR director, made an announcement that finding by medical director Dr. Edward Calfan regarding David Aardsma, his latest tests and examinations have brought him to this conclusion: the DA, David Aardsma, needs Tommy John surgery. So you can forget about number 53 for this year here for the Mariners. And that is some terrible news. And then yesterday, Brett Anderson, the fine starter, the left-hander for the A's, he found out the same thing. He's got Tommy John surgery, so you're looking 12 to 16 months out before you're possibly seeing him again.
Yep, that's tough. And for David, he tried to rehab all year. Saw him quite a few times, actually starting to throw some bullpens. That's bad news.
Brendan Ryan, the hitter, and he's behind 0-2. Boy, I see David here all the time. He's working out, made a couple trips. Look, it doesn't make you feel good. 0-2. Outside. Colby Lewis, that interesting story. Started out with Texas, went to Detroit, then spent a few years in Japan, and then came back last year with these Rangers. Went 12-13, a 3.72 ERA. Two-two. Struck him out. 2 outs. 2 outs here in the Mariner first. Lewis on the season, that's his 97th strikeout against 33 walks. 113 and 2/3 innings.
It's not overpowering. His fastball will be around 90 miles an hour. If he feels like he wants to get on one, he'll get it up to 93, 94. But typically you see anywhere from 89 to 91. He uses his slider and his changeup a lot. But basically he relies on command and trying to keep the ball down in the zone.
Ron Washington said he's got a wipeout changeup. Skipper for the Texas Rangers, the defending American League champions. 1-1 here to Dustin Ackley. 2-1. There's Wash. coming off a loss in the All-Star game. Finished third in American League Manager of the Year, balloting last year. Great year getting his team to the World Series. Three-1 Dackley. Takes a strike.
Amazing how quickly that can change, right? What was it, a couple of years ago they were talking about maybe firing Ron?
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Where this is 11, so 09 May.
Yeah, there you go.
May 09. He was teetering on the brink. They turned it around. Here's Ackley drawing a walk, a 2-out walk here in the first. 1-0 Rangers. Lead off double by Kinsler. Moved to third on an Andrus ground out to second base. Scored on this Hamilton sacrifice fly. Here's Miguel Olivo. 2 for 4 last night. He was aggressive early in counts last night. Base hits to center his last 2 times up. Aggressive here, rolls over on one. Andrus throws him out. That'll do it for the Mariners in the first. They get Ackley aboard, and that's it. 1 in the books here at Safeco Field under cover of the roof. 1-0 Rangers. Ah, 1-0 Rangers. Nice. Came from all over. Her sister couldn't come. She what? I can't read that, but it looked pretty funny. Hi, Anita. Getting everybody in. 3 generations of Mariner fans. I like that. When the Mariners are in town, the team's going down. Right. Good stuff. That is a rocket off the bat of Nelson Cruz. What else is new? He does generate that kind of response, right?
Yes, he does. Just take a look at this. Aggressive right away pitch up in the middle of the zone. Nelson Cruz jumps all over it. It's just ball hard in the left field. Hit a home run in last night's game out to right center for his 21st home run of the year.
Well, here's another guy with some pop, Mitch Moreland. Part-time player. He's hitting .275 with 11 homers and 24 runs batted in. He recently had a walk-off win back in Arlington where he went upper deck in extra innings to win it. Margin of error is pretty small in the major leagues. It gets smaller with this ball club.
You don't have many breaks in the lineup, Dave. You look up and down their lineup. I mean, even if you look at number 9 hitter Indy Chavez, he has 3 home runs, but he's hitting .327.
He can run. Even coming off that terrible knee injury he suffered as a Mariner a few years ago.
One of the things that Doug Vester talks about all the time is executing that. You have to stay in that frame of mind, because you are going to see some balls that are going to get hit hard when you make those mistakes in the game off of this club. But if you can get some double play balls, keep these guys in the yard, you have a chance.
Rangers number 2 in home runs to the Yankees. Hit 115. They got 3 last night. Towering pop. Seager gets under it. It's the catch in fair territory. 1 out. Bring up the catcher, Yorvik Torrealba. 6 years ago, member of the Mariner Ball Club. Texas Rangers start today, #1 hitting team in hits with 875, most in the American League. And let us not forget they'll run on you too. They're second at Kansas City in base stealing. They bring a very potent package. One to Torrealba, who went 1 for 4, got a double second inning last night. So 1-2. Nelson Cruz at 6'2", about 215, 6'3". Runs pretty well.
He's had some leg issues the last couple of years. Otherwise, I think you would see his attempts up more than 9 so far this year. But the big thing is they want to keep him healthy and in the lineup, not running quite as much as he probably would expect with his speed.
Changes the dynamic of their ball club. He's had a lot of hamstring issues. Just been out once this year. Down the line, fair ball into the corner. Cruz with the play in front of him. He'll be held at third. So Torrealba with a double. Second and third, 1 out. 17th double for Yorvik Torrealba.
I think it's the pitch in. It's actually in off the plate. Doug throwing a 2-seamer. 89 miles an hour. It's a good piece of hitting by Torrealba. Keep that ball fair down the line.
Here's Endy Chavez. Jared made a conversation with him on the radio side. Worked hard to come back from that terrible knee injury he suffered a couple of years ago here as a Mariner, coming in from left field. Yuniesky Betancourt didn't hear him, was going full bore. Wrecked it was his left knee. 0-1.
Did he say if his speed's all the way back? Because
almost.
When he was here, he could really fly, and that was a big part of his game.
Big energy guy, can cover some ground, left field, center field. About that. 35th game for Indy. Good numbers, as you mentioned. 327. He's got 8 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, and 6 stolen bases. He's 6 for 6. Chavez, plenty deep. Cruz will score. Torrealba will get the third. It's 2-0 Texas. Endy Chavez drives in his 13th run.
A couple of sacrifice flies. Josh Hamilton, a sac fly in the first to score the first run for the Rangers, and now one from Chavez.
Top of the order, Kinsler. And hit the ball hard down into the left field corner. Matter of fact, he hit it off the wall. Left field corner. First strike, 1-1. Doing one. Three and one. Careful here. 3-1 to Ian Kinsler.
We saw it from Vargas last night. Now again with Doug Fister. His splits are fine, but already 41 pitches here in the second inning. That's what this lineup will do to you. You can't afford to make mistakes, and tendency is to pitch off the plate a little bit more than you might normally.
Fly ball to right, and it's deep. Going back Ichiro, and he's there to make the catch. So another run on the board. Second night in a row the Texas Rangers have struck early for runs. They got a run in each of the first three last night. And through the first two, they've got a 2-0 lead. Field of members of the Mariners record-setting 2001 team. They return to Safeco Field tomorrow. Mariners in the Rangers game 3. And going to be on hand here today or tomorrow. Lou Piniella, Brett Boone, Mark McLemore, Dan Wilson, John Olerud, and more. Special on-field celebration. Get here early, folks. Get here about 6:30. It starts about 6:40. First 20,000 fans get that commemorative 116 T-shirt. Go to Mariners.com for ticket info. Adam Kennedy, Jack Cust, and Franklin Gutierrez here in the home second. 2-0 Texas. Adam at first base. Justin Smoke, his struggles continue. And Eric Wedd said this was preordained. Give him a couple of days off. Fly ball, center field. Easy play for Andy Chavez. One out. So out of La Grande, Oregon, northeast portion of the state.
4 generations.
Nice. Thanks for coming up here, folks. Good to have you with us.
Angie and Rally Price says.
Very specific. There's Jack Cust. Jack last played a week ago at the Angels, went 0 for 3, 0 for 6 on a road trip. He's quickly behind here, 0-2. He's 1 for 12 career against Colby Lewis. Shift on against Jack Cust. Kinsler in short right field. Somebody asked me, who's going to be the guy to get the Mariners going offensively? I said, does it matter? Somebody, anybody.
Yeah, I would agree. They need somebody to get it going. You know, it may just be one of the younger guys, too.
Right into the glove of Torrealba. Cust strikes out. Second K tonight for Colby Lewis. 2 down.
You know, the point of it is you're absolutely right. You have to get somebody to get hot, get things going. As you look at this fastball in the outside corner. And hopefully that'll work its way down the lineup, because right now just up and down the lineup guys have struggled.
What do you think of last night's pitcher? Derek Holland basically relied on a fastball. Not any trickery, just came right at him.
A good fastball at 95 miles an hour, but a lot of fastball. I think 75% of the pitches were fastballs.
Gutierrez taking strike 1. He went 0 for 2 last night.
Well, you know, it was another one of the things that Eric had said, that you don't want to give the pitcher credit every night. I mean, some nights, you know, you have to look at yourself and be honest and figure out what's going on.
0-2.
And we talk about it all the time. Hitting is contagious. Well, not hitting is also. And they need somebody to get hot. It certainly helped to get Franklin going. He's had good success against Colby Lewis.
5 for 13, couple of home runs. Comes the 0-2. Kyle Seager's on deck. Lewis has struck out 2. Walked 1. It's not allowed a hit. Next up for the Mariners will be Toronto, and they hung a 7-1 whipping on the Yankees tonight up in Toronto, Ontario. They scored like 16 runs last night. I think it was 16-7 was the final. And they did it today without Jose Bautista, who's out indefinitely with an ankle injury, hurt it yesterday. Gutierrez to right, backs up Cruz a few steps and an easy in. Colby Lewis, he's through 2 innings without giving up a hit. He struck out 2, walked 1, and leads 2-0. When the siblings start poking at each other about rally fries. Top of the third. There's Elvis Andrus, followed by Josh Hamilton and Adrian Beltre, 2, 3, and 4 from the Rangers. A couple of sac flies, one by Hamilton in the first, Chavez in the second for the 2-0 Texas lead. Two and one. Dug behind, 3 and 1. It's the third 3-ball count. And there's a strike. Wow. Andrus was 1/8 of the way to first base.
Yeah, I don't blame him, to be honest with you. This last pitch really wasn't close. It looked like it was up out of the strike zone. There you see the 5th pitch that Doug. Doug will take it.
Yes, he will. 3-2. And he walks it. Check out our AT&T trivia question. Alex Rodriguez is the final batter in the 2001 Mariners' 116th win. How did A-Rod's at bat end? K swinging, K looking, pop out the third, or 1-3 ground out? ABCD. You can text at 95323. I believe it was B looking as Hamilton slices one foul.
I would say A.
Swinging?
Yep. I believe it was on a split from Sasaki.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yes. Think of another game. They want it inside here to Hamilton. Ronnie gets back safely. Andrus, a terrific base stealer. 26 out of 30. Levo threw him out last night in 6th. Off-speed pitch fools Hamilton. He's got 2. Andrus second in stolen bases to Jacoby Ellsbury. 0-2. Hamilton swung on. And it's a strikeout. Hamilton's retired. 1 out.
It's like back-to-back changeups from Doug Fister. 73, and this one's 72 miles an hour. Actually, might have been a curveball. Yeah, it was. Breaking ball.
There's Adrian Beltre, reached on an error by Seager in his first at bat. Close. Doug's going to want to be real careful with Beltre, second in the American League, and runs batted in with 71, trailing only Adrian Gonzalez. Ball 1. Beltre also 6th in the American League, 19 home runs.
Doug working hard to keep Andrus close to first. Doug at 6'7". He has quick feet, doesn't he? Good athlete.
He's persistent.
Trying to give Miguel Olivo every opportunity to throw him out.
Ron Washington told me yesterday, said, look, we got to steal on the pitchers because a lot of respect for Olivo's throwing. 1-1. Slow roller, one play. Seager throws out Beltre. Nicely done. Two outs, and Andrus gets the second.
It's a good play by Kyle. Comes across, gets rid of it quickly. An accurate throw for Adam Kennedy to handle.
Here's Michael Young.
Young hitting .324. A lot of times you'd like to be careful with him, but then you have Cruz standing on deck. Pick your poison.
Young third in the American League in hitting, behind Gonzalez and Bautista. Goes right side. Ichiro waiting for it. And for the first time in the ball game, the Mariners hang a 0 on the Rangers. Still lead 2-0. Budweiser. This year, Budweiser will donate $100 to Folds of Honor for every home run hit in Major League Baseball. Visit Facebook.com/Budweiser to see how you can support our nation's heroes. Kyle Seager in his first Safeco Field at bat. Also a strike from Colby Lewis. Mariners have gone hitless, Mike, in 8 of the last 11 innings.
It's tough when you're a club that doesn't hit a lot of home runs. You have to bunch your hits together, and that is not a good stat. So
Seager's behind 0-2. 0-2. He's 1 for 12 in his early big league career. One, two. All right, charitable ball girl there. Towards the fan. Arms are not long enough.
Oh, they were long enough. He just dropped it. I think he gets an error.
I didn't see that. I missed the E.
He booted it. Yeah, he kicked it.
I missed that. When I looked up.
I thought maybe she was going to give it to like 2 or 3 fans over. Here you go. Charged with an error.
Nice pick by Andrus. Throws out Seager. His first Safeco Field at bat. One out here in the home third. This Sunday, Mariners and Rangers will wrap up this 4-game AL West showdown, and all future stars 14 and under. Come on down and run around the bases. Thanks to KeyBank. Get your tickets. See the Mariners and Rangers this Sunday. Go to Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. Yeah, tell Dad to dig deep. Let you run around the ballpark. Nothing wrong with that. Here's Carlos Peguero. Figueroa hitting at a .99. 2 for 15 on the road trip.
First fastball, top of the strike zone. See if Lewis stays up there with the fastball and then bounces his changeup. That's been what pattern has been lately for Figueroa.
Ball outside. It's a process watching youngsters learn how to hit up here at this level. The 1-1. It's such a violent swing.
And there's the breaking ball in the dirt.
Yep. This thing called videotape.
They tell him, I'm sure they tell him, I'm sure he's seen it, but it's just a matter of making the adjustment and having the discipline to stay there.
Rich talked so much about that before the game about, hey, I can tell you, and all the coaches can tell you everything you want. It's you up there mentally. You've got to focus, and you got to perform up there. And as you mentioned, and as he's mentioned, you got to make the adjustment. 2-2.
And there you go, lay off of the pitch. See Colby Lewis, he's topping out at 91 miles an hour. 75 of that is his curveball.
Well, here's a payoff pitch coming to Carlos Figueroa. Taken outside for a walk. So Figueroa, it's his 8th walk, and this is 46th game. Second walk given up by Colby Lewis. Mariners still looking for that first hit. Remember last night, didn't get the first hit in the 6th inning. Gutierrez drew a walk to break up the perfect game of Derek Holland, and Sean Figgins followed with a single to center. Strike one on each row. Mariners trying to get something going here. This is a little pop-up. Taken by Andrus, the second out. Ichiro 0 for 2. All right, he's got it down. He's got it down. I like it. Even the backhand, the offhand, that is some good study work. Very nice. That's great, isn't it? That is really great.
He's not alone, I can tell you that.
Ryan, is it enough? Yes, it gets over the head of Andrus. Base hit. Couple of men on. First hit of the night for the Mariners. It comes with 2 outs here in the 3rd.
And Brendan Ryan being aggressive. He gets an off-speed pitch. Ends up hitting it off the end of the bat. But he's able to dump it into left field for a base hit. Mariners the first runner in scoring position to go along with their first hit of the game.
Mariners went 1 for 6 runners in scoring position last night. Texas went 3 for 10. There's Dustin Ackley, walked on a 3-2 pitch his first time. Ball 1. Good start there for Ackley. Figueroa and Ryan are the base runners. Strike from Colby Lewis. Colby, his 16th game against the Mariners, his 12th start. As a starter, he's 4-4. 3.36 ERA. That's against the Mariners. Two and one. Lewis is winless in 6 career starts here at Safeco Field. 2-2.
Everything away from Dustin so far. The last pitch, borderline strike on the outside corner.
Two pitch. The center field, Chavez is there for the catch. Mariners stranded couple. They do get their first hit of the ball game. Colby Lewis and the Texas Rangers have a 2-0 lead after 3. As we begin the 4th inning here at Safeco Field, glad to have you with us. Mariner baseball battling the Texas Rangers. The Mariners 2-5 against Texas here in the 2011 season. 2-2 here at Safeco and 0-3 down in Arlington, and they've been outscored 30-18 coming into tonight's game. So they get 32-18 now. Nelson Cruz, first pitch swinging, line to Ryan for the first out. So much for that bat. Trivia question we revisit. Alex Rodriguez, final batter, 2001 Mariners 116-win season. How did that at bat end? K swinging is what everybody went with. Mike Flowers went with that. I went with B. Survey says video evidence. K swinging. Kaz Suzaki, Dan Wilson. Great win, great moment in Mariner history.
Nasty split, wasn't it?
Oh, no chance.
Bottom just fell out of that thing.
One out. Here's Mitch Moreland. Popped out to Seager at third. Be nice to have all the guys here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. We will have them all up here in the booth, too. Edgar and Lou and Pat Gillick, Mark McLemore.
Fred Boone, Norm Charlton.
And you fans for the big celebration. Ground ball. Nice pick by Ryan. He's something 2 down. Make sure you get here early. Festivities are scheduled to start at 6:40 tomorrow. We highly recommend you get here no later than 6:30 to take in all the fun stuff. Relive some of those great memories from 10 years ago. And of course, that next question is, where the heck did those 10 years go?
It started here on Root Sports at 6 o'clock for you.
Here's your Torre Alba. Double to left on an 0-2 pitch. First time up, takes a strike. Breaking ball and a good one. Doug Fister looking for his first win in 46 days. He's got an 0-5 record, 2 no decisions, a 2.89 ERA during that span. Kennedy will take it. Fister peppers, and a 1-2-3 inning. Top of fourth here is over. Home fourth coming up. A 2-0 Texas lead.
It's 2-0 from the Northwest Ford Sports Desk. I'm Tom Glasgow. We head to Tampa for our Sterling Savings Bank score. Rays against the Red Sox. Tampa's Ben Zobrist with the bases juiced in the second. Launches to left field. The grand slam, giving the Rays the 5-1 lead, and they go on to beat Boston 9-6. Let's rejoin, that is, David Meyer.
All right, take your time. We'll see plenty of the Boston Red Sox, the Tampa Bay Rays, the Yankees, and Toronto coming up in the next few weeks. I think this month of July is going to fly by. Olivo, Kennedy, and Cust against Colby Lewis. A couple of sac flies here for the Rangers. One in the first by Hamilton, second inning by Chavez with the 2 runs. The other news tonight, Tommy John surgery slated for David Artsman. His season is really over now. Olivo's behind 0-2. Dr. Edward Calfin, a medical director of the ball club. That's his finding after more extensive testing. David Artsman needs Tommy John surgery.
Colby Lewis is starting to dial in his fastball. Looks like he can throw it on the outside corner anytime he wants. He's working ahead of guys. 52 pitches for him, 36 strikes to 16 balls.
Olivo swings and misses. Third K tonight. 1 down here in the fourth. Lewis with 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. We'll take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. As we mentioned, coming up after Saturday and Sunday's tilt here with Texas. Travel on Monday to Toronto, Boston, New York, and then come home off day, and then Tampa Bay's in town. Second trip for the Rays here to Seattle. The Mariners will go there once in September as Adam Kennedy takes a strike. Adam flied out to center his first time. Two. One hit for the Mariners. Came with 2 outs in the third, a base hit by Ryan. That's it. Ball and 2 strikes to Kennedy. Down the line, fair ball. Moreland's got it. 2 outs. Not a lot of noise from this offense tonight. There's Jack Cuss, struck out on an 0-2 pitch his first time. All important, strike 1 from Colby Lewis.
First pitch strikes 14 out of the 15 batters he has faced. Talking about not a lot of offense tonight, or much at all. That's a good reason why, when you're consistently behind in the count. The Mariners, their one hit, Brendan Ryan, was on a first pitch strike. He was aggressive after his first at bat where he struck out, came up swinging and ended up with a base hit.
2 outs and Cuss in an 0-2 hold. Inside. Lewis, no decision in his last start against Oakland. Went 6 innings in that contest against Baltimore on the 4th of July. Went 7 innings for the victory, a 13-4 win. That gave him 3 wins and 4 decisions. Ball and 2 strikes to Cuss. Two and 2. Crowd on hand for Cameron McLemore bobblehead night. Looks like we got 30,000 plus tonight. Here's the 2-2. Skips up there, full count. Franklin Gutierrez on deck. Payoff to Cuss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Colby Lewis, and another quiet inning for the Mariners, who trail 2-0. We go to the top of the 5th. It'll be Indy Chavez, Ian Kinsler, and Elvis Andrus, 9-1-2 against Doug Fister. Indy with a sac fly into second. The Rangers, their second run.
hopefully Doug has settled down now after the first 3 innings. He'd thrown 55 pitches, only 7 in the last inning to get the 3 out. So his pitch count's back in order. He's at 64 now, working here in the 5th.
Broken bat flip down to Seager. Throws out Chavez. Nice play. 1 out here in the top of the 5th, and the All-Star Club offers a first-class experience here at Safeco Field where you can reward your employees. Take your clients to a Mariners game, enjoy a delicious all-inclusive buffet and a private lounge with excellent views of game action. For details, visit mariners.com/All-Star Club. All right, there you go, folks. Enjoying it. And that's that picture from the All-Star game here at Safeco Field. 8 Mariner players and Lou Piniella. It's a great group.
It really is. Look at that club.
Here's Kinsler. 1-1 to Ian. It'll be good to see the fellas tomorrow. Look forward to it. Breaking ball slipped on him. 2-1. Tip my cap to Doug Fister. Boy, he just keeps coming out every 5 days. Does his job. Doesn't complain. He's dealt with, boy, he has dealt with some just ridiculous adversity in terms of just bad things happening. Fly ball left field for Peguero. It's his game that the Mariners had the 5-1 lead down in Washington that was later blown in the 9th inning, right?
Yeah, and I think you have to put that in the bad things happening because the bullpen has been lights out for the most part this year, and that was one of the few times we saw a little bit of a meltdown in that game where it looked like Doug was finally going to get over the hurdle and get a win. And
5-2, 2 on, 2 out.
Yeah.
We're packing up. We get stuff in here. We got to clean it off the desk, put it in, maybe a post-game show, and then boom.
Yeah.
Check one, Elvis Andrus. That's got to be the worst loss of the year, right?
That was a tough one.
There's been a few,
because at that point you expect to win as you take a look at Doug and his slider. You can add his cutter into these stats here because he throws a lot of cutters and sliders, similar pitches, but because he's throwing more of them this year.
Yeah. That's scary. Cameraman was able to duck. That thing screamed through there. Doug even had his hand on his head. A little amazement. It looks like everybody's okay.
73 pitches now for Doug. Only giving up 3 hits, 1 walk. Had to work hard though.
0-2. Hit down to Kennedy. Pfister gets over to cover first as fast as any pitcher I've ever seen. Nice inning again as he's retired his last 9. It's 2-0 Texas. isn't part of the Mariners and Root Sports bobblehead sweepstakes, which runs all season long. We got a winner for tonight, Travis Milan out of Linwood, Washington, and he wins a special bobblehead and some tickets. Way to go, Travis. Good night. Worth coming out to the ballpark. If the Mariners can get lucky too here, 2-0. As Gutierrez leads off, takes a strike.
Now their first pitch strike. That's 15 out of 16 batters now.
Pitchers will tell you, if I can get that first pitch and get ahead of you, I mean, they live for that.
Well, and I think the big thing too is when you're looking at Lewis right here with Franklin, you understand a little bit. He starts him off with a breaking ball first pitch. You're sitting on a heater and you don't get it. But for the most part, the first pitch fastballs.
Chavez with a long run, not going to get it over his head and over the fence. That's a bad break.
It is a bad break.
That's a triple.
Yeah. Good sign for the Mariners, though, to get Franklin Gutierrez going.
Ground rule double. Franklin Gutierrez.
We saw that last night from the Rangers. Gentry playing shallow. Andy Chavez really shallow. Franklin gives us a pretty good rise. It bounced off the warning track dead away center field. But if it catches any part of the fence, I think he ends up with a triple. You can see how far Chavez had to run, and he wasn't even close to it.
Tough break. Fourth double for Franklin. Start here to the fifth. Kyle Seager, this is his second Safeco fielded bat. He grounded out for short his first time. So a strike. 4 strikeouts, 2 walks for Colby Lewis. Beltre in on the grass at third. Strike 2. Kyle Seager called up while we were in Anaheim. And before the break, 0-2 pitch. Fouled off.
That was the best pitch for Kyle to hit the first 2 on the outside corner. That one in the middle of the plate, it was down. It was a pitch that he could handle. Lewis aware of him trying to pull the ball. I think at this point Kyle just needs to hit for himself. Down a couple of runs.
Play him shallow. A couple of steps towards left is Andy Chavez in center field. Oh, 2 to Seager. With his feet. Ball 1. Colby Lewis on the mound here for the Texas Rangers. 31 years old out of Bakersfield, California. Turns 32 coming up shortly on August 2nd. Okay. I don't know what the night is. I know Sunday's National Ice Cream Day, but I don't know what tonight is. And I know Bastille Day was, what, yesterday? But what do you figure? They won or lost the contest?
I'm thinking, looking at that, they definitely lost the contest. Let me know when you figure it out, Dave.
I'll pass, Alex. 1-2. Seager trying to pick up a run here. Beltre will take a look. Another all-out effort by Adrian Beltre. Remember some of the plays he made when he was here on that foul ball over his head and make the over-the-shoulder catch.
He's as good as anybody in the game at that play.
I've never seen a guy.
This right here, yeah, this is about 4 rows deep, and Adrian thinks he has a chance, but he's about a row short. Take a look at it. Yeah, every bit of a row short of it.
He's okay holding that left wrist. Kyle Seager going to pick up a run. Got a 1-2 count. Outside. Also looking for his first Major League RBI. It is with a leadoff ground rule double pitch. Fouled off.
So far, this is only the second opportunity the Mariners have had with a runner in scoring position. Dustin Ackley came up bottom of the 3rd inning, a couple of outs. Figueroa at second base ended up flying out to center field.
Curtis might have figured out, might be foghorn leghorn night here at the ballpark too. Brother, 2-2. Good battle here by Sid. That's number 10 coming up to Kyle Seager. Bring him out. 5th strikeout by Colby Lewis. 1 out here in the 5th with the runner at second. Time now for Banner Bank building to the future. But James Paxton, remember when he was signed late in spring training this year, draft choice from a couple of years ago. AA Jackson, 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 11 Ks and 1 walk. Very nice. At A-ball at Clinton, 56 innings, 80 strikeouts, 30 walks. And at AA Jackson, boy, that's some good work. Here's Figueroa. A little late, fouls it off. Strike 1.
Another fastball, top of the strike zone.
You mentioned good crowd look like 30,000. It is 30,551. Figueroa with a swing can tie it up. But he looks at strike 2. Vantage point upstairs. Always great seats here at the ballpark. And Figueroa, same pattern as last time. As you illustrated, Mike, gets him. That's a half a dozen strikeouts now for Colby Lewis.
Well, start him off with a high fastball, and then after that, try not to throw him anything on the plate. And that's exactly what happens. That looked like a cut fastball down and into Figueroa. Swings over the top of it.
Leave it up to Ichiro. 2 outs. Runner at second. Ichiro. Fly to right, pop to shortstop. Fly ball down the line. Cruz towards the line. Same kind of play that Jose Bautista made in the All-Star game. He made the catch in the corner. That was in Phoenix. Ankle went up against the board there, and then he had to slide a couple of times yesterday, and I think it was the second or third time it got Bautista, and he's out indefinitely. There's a chance we might not see Bautista when we get to Toronto on Tuesday.
Yeah, on that slide, he ended up getting his spike caught in the ground. That did not work out well for him.
One. Gutierrez is the second runner to reach second base for the Mariners. Peguero got there after a walk and a base hit in the third. One and two to Ichiro. Tapper to Andrus. Throws him out. That'll do it for the Mariners. We played 5. Here at Safeco Field. It's 2-0 Rangers. On 22 consecutive scoreless innings. Take you back to Sunday's game. First inning, they got 2 runs. That was the last time they scored. Hamilton, Beltre, and Young 3, 4, and 5 here in the top of the 6th. Hamilton is first time up. Sacrifice fly to center field. Second time up, he struck out. Kennedy and Fister have been a nice combination. Back-to-back plays. One out here in the 6th. We check in with Tom Glasgow.
Dave, thanks so much. Northwest Ford Sports Desk time. We check in on ex-Mariner Freddie Garcia and the Yankees in Toronto taking on the Blue Jays. Game tied at 1 in the 4th when the Jays hit back-to-back doubles, including this alley shot to right center by Edwin Encarnacion, scoring Mill Creek native Travis Snyder. Jays go on to add 5 more and win big, 7-1 the final.
All right, thank you, Tom.
I believe it was another former Mariner starting for the Blue Jays, and I think Morrow started that game. Morrow and Garcia hooking up.
Adrian Beltre, big hack, 1-1. Brandon goes with a full windup. Puts it down to Seager. Throws out the Mariner former third baseman. 2 outs here in the 6th. 11 in a row retired now by Doug Fister.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more ground balls, weak ground balls from the Rangers. So Doug has settled down, which he normally does. And the Rangers scoring 2 runs, 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, both of them on sacrifice flies.
Brendan Morrow did indeed start Toronto Blue Jays. Strike one to Michael Young. Reached on a fielder's choice. And fly to right. Fly ball right field, drives Ichiro back to the track. He's got room. He makes a catch. 12 in a row retired by Doug Fister. Mariners trying to end a 22-inning consecutive scoreless string. Now's as good a time as any, trailing 2-0. Their bats here in the 6th inning, and when you're traveling outside the Northwest this season, take the Mariners with you wherever you go. All you have to do is subscribe to MLB.tv today and see every Mariners game live or on demand on your computer or your favorite devices. Visit Mariners.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Brendan Ryan, see if he can get an uprising going, followed by Ackley and Olivo here in the 6th against Colby Lewis, who struck out 6, walked 2. And he's working on a 2-hit shutout. Check swing. Easy play. Moreland, 1 out. That is really frustrating.
It is. I feel like he just wasted it at bat and gave one away. And you can tell Brendan not happy about it. Can't say that I blame him.
Bring up Dustin Ackley. He's walked and flied to center. 0-1 to Ackley. Checking back through the book. Sunday, 2 runs in the first. Last time the Mariners scored. This is CenturyLink high-speed pitch. It's a push tonight. Did he go? No, he didn't. He's fielding culprit. Ackley was the last Mariner to score. That was in the first inning. Sunday, 2-run single by Kennedy scored Ryan and Ackley. Fly ball left field for Hamilton. 2 outs. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 2 outs. That brings up Miguel Olivo. Ran out to short, a strikeout. This will be another quick inning. 23 scoreless for the Mariners. Wow. 2-0 Colby Lewis of the Texas Rangers.
In front of the Mariners, 2-0. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Special guest, former Seattle Seahawks quarterback, Central Washington legend, John Kidna, getting ready for, I think it was his 33rd year in the NFL. You've been around a while, Mr. Kidna.
Yeah, it's been a journey that I would have never, you couldn't have convinced me that it was going to happen, and it's been a great journey. It's been a lot of fun, and getting ready to start up the 16th year here pretty soon.
I know this is home. You play for the Cowboys. Who are you pulling for tonight?
Well, my boys are Rangers fans because they don't know anything. They, haven't lived here. We just moved back for the first time in 10 years. But, I've been a Mariners fan for a long time. And, I've really enjoyed kind of what's going on with them and how they're rebuilding their team and things like that. It's been kind of exciting this year. So I'd like to see them pull it out.
And heading back to Dallas for at least one more go-around with the Cowboys?
Yeah, this is my last year on my contract, and really looking forward to getting back there. I really feel like we have a chance to be pretty good this year.
And encouraging news in terms of the labor situation. Looks like the two sides are getting close to ending this lockout.
Yeah, I think, it started to be encouraging about 3 or 4 weeks ago, just the fact that they were talking without having to talk. And, now it sounds like a lot of the big issues have been solved, and it looks like it's going to happen soon. And, it's kind of what you thought was people talk tough until you're actually about ready to start missing some games, and we don't want to miss them as players. They don't want to miss them as ownership and organizations, and certainly the fans don't want to miss them either.
John, thanks for the time. We appreciate it. We're going to let John go. He's got his 2 young sons here. They got a lot of Safeco Park food all over their face that he's dealing with. So, John, thanks a lot. Have a good time tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, back up to you.
Great job, Tommy. Good to see John. Good quarterback. Had a heck of a career. Ackley ranging to his left. Pfister covers. Good play. Nicely done. Doug Pfister showed some really good athleticism. That's 3-4. That's his 4th play. Going to covering a ball hit to the right side as we take a look at our steel cut above the rest.
I cannot tell you how difficult to play this is for the pitcher. Kennedy goes to the hole, and then Ackley comes up with it. gets rid of it quickly. As Dave mentioned earlier, Doug Pfister gets over to first base as quickly as any pitcher, but he throws a seed at him. And when you're on the run, you're trying to find the base. Where's the runner at? So many times we see the pitcher either miss it completely or drop it. But Doug, as we were talking about, a good athlete. That's a good play by him. Still cut above the rest. That's a play by Doug Pfister.
Yeah, that's his fourth put out over at first base. Good work. Quick 2 outs here in the 7th. Here's your Torrealba. Tell you what, Kitna's a good quarterback. Good guy, veteran guy, knows what he's doing out there, backing up Tony Romo down in Dallas.
What do you expect as a local guy?
That's it. Isn't that the school where your oldest is going to, right?
Yeah, he'll start there next year.
Good boy. It's 14 in a row retired by Pfister. 2-2. Counts run full. Torrealba with a double and a ground out to first. Dribbler foul.
Just 3 hits from Doug. Unfortunately, he finds himself behind 2-0.
3-2, just fouled away. Two again. Down to Seager. He's hitting for Pfister. 15 in a row retired. At some point, they got to drop that hard carry tag on Pfister. Trails 2-0 here at Safeco Field. Bank game recap. Not a lot of scoring in this contest so far. Here's Josh Hamilton on a 3-2 pitch. These guys went on left center field, and that'll score Ian Kinsler, who started the game off by doubling off the left field wall in the corner. Second inning. Couple of men on. Runner at third. Here's Andy Chavez. He gets this one deep enough, plenty deep to right. And that scores Nelson Cruz. 2-0 Texas Rangers. Since then, Doug Pfister has really settled down. In fact, he's retired the last 15 men that he's faced. Meanwhile, the Mariners' offense hasn't done much. 2 hits by Ryan and Gutierrez. So including those 2 hits, the Mariners have only hit 7 balls to the outfield tonight through the first 22 hitters. And the Mariners are on a string now, 23 consecutive scoreless innings. One to Adam Kennedy to right field. Backing up his Cruz. He steps on the track for the out. I'm with you. Anything, if it gets up in the air, you hope.
You hope.
Hit that hope button. Just come on.
Gonna break that string up. Take a look at the swing by Adam Kennedy. Oh, it gets in on the label a little bit. Didn't quite get it on the barrel. Cruz, easy catch for him out on the warning track.
Again, the other big piece of news here tonight, David Artsman. Finding by medical director Ed Calfan. Mr. Artsman has to have Tommy John surgery. Not good news for Jess Jones. Jack Cuss, couple strikeouts tonight. Broken bat. Bat went not quite as far as the ball as the shortstop. Throws out Cuss. 2 outs. 2 outs here in the 7th. All signs point towards riding Sound Transit and saving a ton of money on gas and parking. Visit soundtransit.org for details. Two outs here is Franklin Gutierrez. Ground rule double. Led off the 5th.
Franklin paying attention. First pitch fastball, middle away from him, and aggressive take a hack at it. Franklin with the double his last time up. Chavez looks like the center fielder playing a little bit deeper than he was the last time when he hit it over his head for the double.
Still shaded way towards right center. Sure was last time. And an 0-2 hole.
Franklin didn't like that call. Thought the pitch was inside off the plate.
2 outs, nobody on. Oh, 2. Could not entice him. Gutierrez and Ryan. The only hits thus far against Colby Lewis. 0 for 4 here at Safeco Field. 1-2 now times granted. Pitch
100 coming up for Colby Lewis. 99 pitches.
Two and 2. 2 outs. Two balls, 2 strikes as you zoom in on Colby Lewis and Franklin Gutierrez. Struck him out. That is 7 strikeouts and now 24 consecutive scoreless innings by the Mariners, trailing 2-0. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by AT&T. By Budweiser, official beer. The Thirst Inning. Great times are on deck. Grab some Buds. By the Jeep brand. We don't just make SUVs, we make history. And by Jack in a Box. For a limited time, Jack's Really Big Chicken Sandwich Combo. It's back for only $3.99 plus tax. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, beautiful night here in Seattle. Ruth covering his here this evening. Doug Fister looks at a broken bat, base hit by Andy Chavez to start off the Texas Rangers top of the 8th inning. First hit given up by Fister since a double to Torrealba back in the 2nd inning. He had retired 15 in a row.
Starts off Chavez with a first pitch strike and comes back with this little breaking ball that he hits off the end of the bat, shatters it. But Chavez doesn't mind, ends up finding the outfield grass, and he gets a base hit out of it. Fortunately, he's leading the inning off, and he can run.
Yeah, he's 6 for 6 in base stealing. Now you got Kinsler up there. He's a double and 3 times at bat, 1 for 3. And a run scored. I mentioned this Texas Ranger team, not only do they get it done swinging a bat, but get it done with their legs. 90 stolen bases entering tonight's game, second in Kansas City.
Next pitch will be 98 for Doug Fister. So they have David Pauly getting loose out in the Mariner pen. Ends up
out.
And they also have a couple of Rangers getting loose. There's David. Really had a good first half going into the All-Star break. ERA under 2.
Pitch from Fister down low, 1-1. Pauly a 5-3 record, a 1.91 ERA. Tateyama and former Mariner Mark Lowe. Tateyama, 35-year-old veteran of Japanese baseball battles. Chavez got a great jump, hit the right field. Ichiro can't get it. Chavez will get the third easily. First and third for the Texas Rangers with no outs here in the 8th.
Perfectly executed hit and run by the Rangers.
Ron Washington got his guys moving. Don't forget Sunday's Mariners Beach Towel Day right here at Safeco Field. First 20,000 fans take home this unique summer accessory, and the Mariners take on these Rangers. Get your tickets. The Mariners Beach Towel Day. Go to mariners.com or any Mariners team store. It's a good looking towel, too. Now here comes Andrews, followed by Hamilton, Beltre, Young, and Cruz.
Mariners bring their infield up. Don't want to give up any more runs, even though there isn't anybody out in the inning.
Andrus is their sacrifice bunt guy. This hit right to Ryan. Throws to Oliva. They got Chavez hung up. Here comes Kinsler to third. They get Chavez. The other runners move up to second and third.
Because Chavez was able to stay in the rundown, it actually works out better for the Rangers. Now they have runners at second and third and just 1 out.
Fielder's choice 6-2-5-2.
Good play by Brendan Ryan, going to his left, has to get rid of it quickly to home. As soon as Chavez starts breaking back, you can see him waving to Kinsler to go ahead and go.
Put Hamilton on. They're going to take their chances with Beltre, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Hit the ball 3 times down to third base. First one was bobbled, booted by Seager for an error. Seager threw him out the next 2 times. Intentional walk. Josh Hamilton, just the second walk tonight by Doug Fister.
Well, the amount of ground balls that Doug has been able to throw in tonight's game, get Adrian Beltre, the right-handed hitter, up there and see if he can get a double play ball and get out of this inning.
That brings up Beltre. Got 1 out. 278 hitter. Less than 2 outs, runners in scoring position. Bases loaded. Is a 250 hitter. 1 for 4. And that's down the line. If it stays fair, no, it's foul. That was easily 2. Hamilton can run.
Well, the way the infield's playing, it looks like they're going to get a double play. It'll have to be home to first. Eric Wedge keeping his infield up, trying to get the force out at the plate.
One to Beltre. That's plenty deep to score Kinsler. The other runner's tag. Kinsler comes home. Throw behind Andrus, and he holds. 3-0. Third sacrifice fly tonight by the Texas Rangers. For Beltre, RBI number 72. He's second in the league. That total. 2 outs. Three sacrifice flies accounting for the runs. There's Michael Young. Still got great speed out there. Andrus at second and Hamilton at first. Gets into that one, base hit. Here comes Andrus. Piguero up, bobbles. Throw will not be on target as it's cut off by Ryan. 4-0 Texas. Michael Young does it to the Mariners again. It's RBI number 61.
And that'll bring out Eric Wedge. So it looks like Doug Fister at 108 pitches is done for the evening.
David Pauley will come on. A couple of runs here in the 8th for Texas. It's still 2 men on. It's 4-0 Rangers. Pizza Hut pizza, any size, any toppings, for one amazingly low price when you carry out. By Whitmer Brothers Brewing, brewing without boundaries. And by Money Tree, looking for a loan with more time to repay? Apply for a Money Tree payday loan online at moneytreeinc.com. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew. Tough night here for the Mariners, down 4-0. Couple of men on for the Texas Rangers right now. It's Doug Fister. Left only to his thoughts right now. Gives up a couple of runs here and still responsible for the 2 men on base, Mike.
Yeah, you can see the walks, 2 of them. One of them intentional for him. And fortunately, I thought he pitched much better than what his line is going to look like in the morning. Hopefully, David Pauley can keep him from getting any more earned runs tacked on. But again, no run supports. 108 pitches, 71 of them for strikes. Numbers for David Pauley. ERA at a 1.91. 47 innings pitched for him. Opponent's average just 198.
Nelson Cruz, count 1-0. Cruz 2 for 4 against Pauley. Figueroa coming off. And he's there to make the catch. That'll do it. Damage done here in the 8th. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, 2 left. 4-0 Texas Rangers.
Sports Desk. Texas Rangers in front of the Mariners 4-0 in the 8th inning. Let's head south, the Bay Area. It's the A's and the Angels in Oakland. Bring your dog to the ballpark day. In the 3rd, Josh Willingham tries to take care of business, and he does. A 2-run bomb upper deck in left, and right now the A's on top of the Angels 4-2 in the 6th inning. Let's send it back to Dave and Mike.
All right, Tom, thank you. Work to do here. Bottom of the 8th. Mariners 24 consecutive scoreless innings. Kyle Seager leading it off. Seager, Figueroa, and Ichiro. Popped up. Short right field. Cruz for the first out. Colby Lewis. Doesn't seem like he's deviated much from what we saw last night from Derek Holland.
Well, Lewis has mixed in his breaking ball, I think, a little bit more, but for the most part, a lot of fastballs, better command, I think, than Holland. Doesn't have the 95 miles an hour that Holland was using last night. But he is dotting the corners with his fastball and mixing in his changeup and a slider from time to time.
Here's Figueroa, walk and a strikeout. 3-2 pitch on the walk and 0-2 pitch on the strikeout swing. On a breaking ball down in the dirt. .22 of 27 first pitch strikes, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, the guys have been behind all night long. See a couple of guys aggressive in the count early. Brendan Ryan, Franklin Gutierrez.
Here's you can hear Bill Miller say it down low, 2-1. Top foul.
Carlos had a good pitch to hit. It was a changeup, but he left it in the middle of the plate.
Two and two. That same pitch you saw for strike 3, bottom of the 5th, coming right here.
Probably cut her down and in.
Count. Paid off right here. Held on by Turrialba. Strikeout number 8. 2 Ks tonight. Figueroa by Lewis. Make sure you're on hand. Sonic celebration night, Friday, July 29th. Mariners meet the Rays, and you want to be here. Great ceremony. Some of the greatest of the green and gold: Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Gus Williams, Jack Sikma, Spencer Haywood, Hersey Hawkins, George Carlin Moore, and Kevin Calabro will be the MC. Tickets, Sonic Celebration Night. Visit Mariners.com. There's a pop-up. Beltre inning over. 25 consecutive scoreless innings for the Mariners as we go to the 9th. Texas 4-0.
Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
4-0 Texas. Mariners 25 consecutive innings without scoring. That's your number 1 headline here. This one popped up. Ryan's got it. 1 out. Your second headline: David Ardsma has Tommy John surgery in his very immediate future, and that's bad news, and his season's over. Hang in there, David. Stay strong.
Yeah. Third headline: no run support for Doug Fister again.
Excellent. Let's make all of that an A1 and 1A and B. Yeah. My goodness.
I give him a lot of credit. I mean, he just keeps grinding away.
One time during this ball game, folks, he retired. Doug Fister did 15 in a row. And again, many times we got to say it, giving up 2 runs through the first 7 innings is hardly a crime on a couple of sac flies.
Not against this lineup. It's
yeah, right? Number 2 scoring team in the American League. Alba, the catcher, 1-1. Snagged by a fan down there, brought the glove, and it pays off. Well done. Nice play, and he had the reach and the angle.
Right in the webbing. Took his eye on it the whole way. Looked it all the way into the glove.
Mariners tonight with 2 hits. Ryan, a 2-out single in the 3rd, 5th inning. Ground rule double. Gutierrez leading off the inning. He was stranded there.
Neftali Feliz getting loose in the Rangers' pen.
It's played by Seager. Goes out Alba. 2 outs. Make sure you're with us tomorrow night. Right here in Root Sports, the 10th anniversary celebration of the Mariners' 116-win season. 17 players from that historic roster. They'll be on hand here, as well as skipper Lou Piniella. Catch all the ceremonies and fanfare right here at Safeco Field and Mariners pregame. That begins at 6 p.m. There's Endy Chavez. He's had a nice night. Former Mariner. Center strike. 1 for 2 with an RBI. Ball is getting 0-2.
Oh, another good catch with the glove. On the end of the webbing. Snow cone.
Definitely pays to bring a glove, especially if you're sitting down there.
Yeah, bring one that's broken in like that one. So if you get a snow cone, you can hang on to it.
That's right. 0-2 to Chavez. Breaking ball got him. Bottom of the ninth coming up. 30,551. They want to see some late inning lightning from the Mariners, who trail by the count of 4-0.
Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Sterling Savings Bank. Visit sterlingsavingsbank.com. Last chance for the M's coming up. Back to Dave and Mike.
Thank you, Tom. Gorgeous sights here in Seattle. The offense not so gorgeous. 4-0, two-hitter thrown by Colby Lewis, as he bids for the second complete game shutout in as many nights. Mariners on a run now. 25 consecutive innings without scoring. Last runs they scored Sunday at Anaheim in the first inning. There's Brendan Ryan. Ryan 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Taken all away, 2-0. Colby Lewis tonight, 8 strikeouts. He's walked 2. Popped up. Looks like it might be playable for the catcher. It is. Torrealba's there for the out. 1 down here in the ninth. We check the Nissan shift to the bullpen. Colby Lewis still looking good on the mound and out in the bullpen. One of the top closers in the American League. Nissan shift to the bullpen. Neftali Feliz, he just sat down right as we come to him. Feliz is a good one. 3.18 ERA. He's got 18 saves.
Yeah, he's still standing out there.
Here's Dustin Ackley. Popped up. That'll get out of play. The Texas Rangers, they hold on and get a shutout. It'll be their 3rd straight. They beat Oakland Sunday 2-0. And in that series at Oakland, 4-game sweep, they shut them out twice. Get out of play as well.
And Lewis is just throwing fastballs now. He's up 4-0, going right at the Mariner hitters. All fastballs in this inning so far. That last one, a cut fastball inside on the hands of Ackley.
Oh, 2 to Dustin. Going through his mind right now, Eric Wedge, with this offense not producing at all. 0-2. Base hit by Ackley. 1 out. Third Mariner hit.
And Ackley figures things out, gets a fastball up out over the plate, hits it hard back up the middle.
Comes Mike Maddox, a pitching coach. Saw him make an appearance last night. Derek Holland basically told him that you and Wilson nailed that. Hey, it's your last batter. Get this guy, okay?
Yep. Well, Colby Lewis now 118 pitches for him as Feliz. He's definitely ready to go. He's been relaxing out there in the pen for a while.
Colby Lewis with 2 complete games thus far under his belt. Derek Holland leads the staff with 3.
And his previous high pitch count wise was 117, so he's exceeded that now at 118.
Miguel Oliva. Ball center field, backs up Chavez. 2 down. Last hope here, Adam Kennedy. Kennedy ended last night's game with a fly to center. First pitch to Adam. Strike 1. Three-hit night for the Mariners. Make it a 4-hit night. Adam Kennedy keeps it alive. Play down to second.
That is going to be it. Ron Washington coming out of the dugout. 121 pitches, and Adam Kennedy with a solid line drive base hit to chase Lewis. Well, we have to turn things up a notch.
Neftali Feliz brings some gas coming out of that bullpen. So a lot of attaboys from his infielders. Here comes their closer, Neftali Feliz, a good one. 4-0 Texas. We'll be right back. And here at Safeco Field, Major League Soccer returns tomorrow night on Root Sports as the Portland Timbers land in the windy city of Chicago to take on the Chicago Fire. Action gets underway 10:30 right here on Root Sports. 4-0 ball game. And Colby Lewis, he threw a beauty.
He did. 121 pitches for Lewis, 86 of those for strikes, 8 strikeouts and 2 walks. 8 2/3 just gave up 4 hits. He's responsible for the 2 runners on base right now.
Tally Feliz tied for 6th in the American League with 18 saves, tied with Sergio Santos of the White Sox. His profile's impressive.
34 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts, 18 walks. He can get wild. Opponent's average 212.
Strike one to Jack Cust.
99 miles an hour on that first fastball to Jack.
Jack Cust 0 for 5 against Feliz. Bobbled. Feliz covers. Moreland flips, and that's the ball game. And the Mariners are turned away. That's 26 consecutive scoreless innings. Back-to-back shutouts thrown by the Texas Rangers staff as the Rangers win their 9th consecutive ball game, and the Mariners lose their 7th consecutive, and it's been all about the offense. Where is it, and will it ever show up again?
Well, that's going to be the question for Eric Wedge and his staff as he continues to jumble up the lineup, trying to find a combination that'll work. And as you mentioned, struggle going into the break, and it's been a struggle these first 2 games coming out, getting shut out in both of them.
So 4-hit shutout tossed by Lewis and Feliz, and the Rangers, they are now 6-2 on the season against the Mariners and 3-2 here at Safeco Field. Not a good story here tonight for the Mariners. 4-0 Texas. Let's get out to Brett Adams.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. So the Mariners blanked in back-to-back games. 5 hits last night, just 4 hits tonight. Doug Fister, another quality outing for him. We'll talk about his night tonight as he falls to 3-11 still. Has not won since May 30th. We'll talk about that incredible 2001 team. We'll hear from Arthur Rhodes, a key member, lefty out of the pen for that team. Also, David Ardsma, while we're talking pen, an injury update. We'll tell you about his